trying to make this better this time round. You guys enjoyed this little new song? We're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young, like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
You enjoy the show. Do.
can enjoy this too. The old and young.
You guys enjoyed that. Oh, that's smaller. And here's the play. Enjoy the video. Trying to make this better this time round. You guys enjoyed this little new song? We're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young, like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
and all the ones who have passed away. Can enjoy this too. The old and young.
You guys enjoyed that. Oh, that's smaller. And here's the play. Enjoy the video.
Alright, all you cool cats. Now back to the lecture. Now you know something?
Hi everybody, Martha here. So, time to do a little bit learning about Disney. Old times, like we usually do during these, videos where I, do voices for characters. Then, well, first I look up histories, then I do voices for the characters. This one's gonna be a little bit different because I'm doing a cartoon that has none of the original, characters. This is one of their silly sympathies. And I'm also still doing the Oswald cartoon, so the reason I'm doing one of their silly sympathies ones because this one has the voice of Goofy in it playing the Grasshopper. So, and this is technically the guy who voices Goofy. I always have a hard time saying his name. Cliff O'Flotable. Yes, but I'm allowed to do whatever ones I pick. I don't really get, as long as I do at least one of them that has the voice, I can still do one on the side that doesn't really have a character. That is, and these silly sympathies are important to Disney's, history as well. The fact that this one's on Disney Plus, it showed that this one's important. There's so many of them are not on Disney Plus, so I have to go on and look on YouTube, and this is one of them I didn't have to do. It says the one on YouTube sucks. You don't get to even hear the characters' voices. Like, how dare you? You do this you put some other noise over Goofy. Over, the original voice actor, Goofy. How dare you? But... So, let's get started with, the two I'm going to talk about for, Oswald. There is, one called Sling Bells, which is, not as is mostly lost. I do have some pictures of it, of Oswald skating on the ice, but that one's mostly lost, so we're focused on the next one. They came out August, called High Up, August 6th, 1928. And still the same people worked on it. Walt still working on it. Yep. Mostly what happens in this one is Oswald is Hortensia and I think Pete. It's hard to tell if that's Pete or not because Pete looks more like mixed between when during the Alice days and this day because he looks like a bear here. But it has to be Pete because he has a peg leg. And they are doing a play, and then Pete tries to go after Hortensia, and then Oswald starts doing things on hive wires, so that we see a bunch of other animals like a giraffe and a pig doing stuff at the play, and then Pete takes Hortensia and runs away and like almost falls off a cliff because Oswald saves her, was after him and they go under water, stuff like that. So, and then it ends with Oswald saving Hortensia after Pete falls off the cliff. So yeah, and it might be a little inspiration for how the witch dies in Snow White probably is this. Because since that's how the witch dies, is falling off a cliff, and probably one of the first times they have a villain falling off a cliff. Because there's so many cliffs in Disney's where a villain falls down to their death. So you got it. And so so that's basically for that one. And yeah. Okay, so the Grasshopper and the Ant, 1934. This one came out February 1934. It's based off of the book The Grasshopper and the Ant. If you had to wonder where like the bug's life and the movies Ant get their ideas from is from that book, even though the ants doesn't really have grasshoppers in it. But the fact that ants are the heroes in Bug's Life and the grasshoppers are the villains in that movie, you have to remember that too. So that's all I'm basically gonna say about. If you wanted me to do a real review about the Bug's Life or Ants, let me know, and I'll go more in depth into those two movies. But I'm focusing on the movie the short that they may got inspiration from. So this one is directed by Phil Jackson, story by Bill Collin. Walt produced it. Pedro Vago did as the Grasshopper, and Darlene Calder is the Queen. Music was by Leonard Haler and Art Begin. Dick Holbert and Albert Herter. Those three are the animators. And we'll see in this one, this is mostly the story about the Grasshopper and the Ant. So you know the story is the Grasshopper is carefree and trying to have nothing but fun during his life, while the ants are doing work and trying to get ready for the winter. And the Grasshopper is not caring at all. He's just playing his fiddle and start playing "Wild Life of Living, the Land of the Lord," and just not caring at all. While the ants are doing their work, and then when the ants get distracted by him playing his fiddle, and the Queen gets fed up with him and tells him to leave, and then warns him the winter's coming. You better go and get your work. Better go and get yourself some work before you have no food for the winter, because for bugs and insects and all those things, they don't have that long to live, so they have to work from its all the entire time. There's really no time to play. If there is, it's mostly when they're inside and they're already eating, not when they're preparing for the next season. So, and eventually they go back to working, and then they go over to they switch to winter, where the Grasshopper nearly dies because he was not prepared for what happened. And he ends up, he see the leaf, goes after the leaf and eat it, but he's not able to get it because it blows away before he gets a chance to get it. And he goes and tries to drag his body over to where the ants are, knock on the door, and they let him in and feed him because he sees that they have food, and so they give him a soup and stuff like that. And then he sees the Queen and apologizes to her, And then the queen says, only those ones who work can stay, basically. And so the way that she allows him to stay, so he warms up, is by him performing for them and being an entertainment for them. That way, he is still working while they're inside and keeping each other warm. And so he still can see, and then he turns his song from the beginning, oh, all thy lords are the living, and I was wrong, basically. And so this short it's straight to the point because it only has 8 minutes to tell its story, and no filler. It is a straight to the point, even though it gets dark, where the part where the grasshopper almost dies, and I had to reread the fable to this, or the fairy tale, or not nursery rhyme, because it's not really a song. So it's how faithful this is to it. It's really faithful to it. I think the grasshopper actually dies in the original, but it's really faithful to it, since the fact that it actually almost had the grasshopper die. So yeah, and so I think this short did a great job. Both of them do their jobs. They both do a great job teaching things, and so yeah. So let's go, and I'm gonna film that little short. See how my camera is doing, and see if I can do that, or might I just use this camera? I don't know, because right now Nala's not in a great shape, so hopefully Nala feels better. She I don't want to disturb my cats right now. They're both sick right now. They both have pray for my kitties, so I'm not gonna disturb them right now. So for them, so pray for my kitties. So this probably just film with my 2 toys up here. So because I gotta, just like the ants say, gotta keep working, right? See you in a bit.
Yeah, help me get all my last cartoons out and found. Help me. I want to go ice skating and see my whole entire part skating, but I like going on a tightrope and showing off for Hortensia and then pushing Pete off a cliff. Ready, Pete?
I am not ready.
Ready?
I am not ready. Ow! Why am I the first villain to go on over the hill? Why?
It's alright, Pete. Never old lights are living. And I love grasshoppers because I end up having one in the future after this. And so my voice actor playing it is pretty funny. So old life's a living. Get over it, Pete.
I will never get over it. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And have a good time. Comment down below. Bye-bye. And leave suggestions for stuff for Martha to do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.